My name is Nick Adagian. I just scored a goal on Pablo, and this is the Bobcat Sports Network. Woo!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 4th episode of the Bobcat Sports Network, the show that brings you sports news from Saddleback College and around the world. I am Pablo Pinones.
And I'm Nick Adagian.
But before we continue with today's episode, we have some very unfortunate news to share with you all today.
We are sad to say that this is our final episode, as we have been abruptly canceled. While this isn't the ending we were expecting, we're going out the only way we know how, with one last great episode. So for the very last time, stay tuned to an exclusive interview with sports videographer Mike Zepeda, our final sports competition and discussions in the world of soccer.
Last week, we had the chance to catch up with Mike Zepeda, professional sports videographer and Saddleback College alumni from football to boxing to rugby.
Hello everyone, welcome to this in-studio interview for the Bobcat Sports Network. My name is Hunter Spencer and I'm joined by Mike Zepeda, who is a producer, director, announcer, and president of the SoCal College Sports Broadcasting Network. We are honored to have him here. Welcome, Mike.
Hunter, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. What led you into sports broadcasting in the first place?
I have an athlete background. I played Division I men's basketball at UC Riverside. Things didn't really pan out with athletics, but I've always had an affinity for sports and the broadcasting aspect of it. Used to watch SportsCenter and Prime Ticket. In 2007, I took some classes here. Took a radio class, and that kind of started everything on KSBR 88.5. Here at Saddleback, and they needed volunteers for the football games. So I was one of the first to put my hands up, me and a couple other guys. We did the football games, and I loved it. I loved the broadcasting side of it, the announcer side of it, and having an athletic background. You know, athletes tend to see things a little faster than the non-athlete, I guess. And it's something that I really wanted and had a passion for at the time. So I took more classes here at Saddleback and really kind of dived into it. And eventually it became a passion. The passion for sports broadcasting turned into me forming a business out of it and making a living out of it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long ago were you actually here at Saddleback Community College?
Almost 20 years, couple
20
decades,
years.
yeah. So
Okay.
07, so it's 26 now. So
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Coming up on 2 decades.
Besides sports, is there anything else that your broadcasting company does or that you do?
We cover a lot of corporate events. Corporate events in terms of, like keynote speakers and stuff like that, live AV, in-room, hybrid. Hybrid really became popular because of COVID, people not able to attend, but we're there for the people that are live and then people that are online. So if they can't attend, they can go and they can watch. Basically, we emulate what you're seeing in the room online.
What keeps you interested in this type of work?
Sports is the passion, right? Obviously, it's a way to make a living, but at the same time, it's what fuels me is that I see what other people do, and sometimes I'm just like, that's not necessarily the way I would have gone. Or sometimes I'll see something it's a big wow factor for me. So I'm just like, man, I want to do that. So you'll find a way to emulate what you see on other productions. Obviously, sometimes the budget isn't there, but you look at some of the major league stuff. When you're looking at the third base camera now, I think they have something that's on rails. That's going. You see that moving kind of cinematic view to it. When you're looking at when there's somebody on first base,
Like a full-on dolly track?
Yeah, well,
Really?
it's on a track, so it's on a track, but it's also you have like PTZ control over it, so it's not. I mean, it's manned virtually, right?
What does a typical day look like in the world of a sports broadcaster?
Well, in terms of a sports broadcaster, if you have a gig coming up, prep. You want to contact coaches. You want to contact coaches, and they're not really going to give you a lot of access to trainers and all that stuff for obvious reasons. But understanding storylines, understanding who's coming in, knowing player pronunciations. Sports information directors, Brad Hoyseth has been a colleague of ours for many years here at Saddleback. Does a great job in terms of helping us out with pronunciations or, storylines, things that are relevant to whatever game that we're covering, that's coming up.
Okay. What are the biggest challenges you have as a sports broadcaster?
I would say the competition. I mean, the competition's ever evolving, in addition to the technology. As a sports broadcaster, you got to stay with it. You got to understand, maintaining your capability or, enhancing, or you're always learning. You're always learning how to do something. You're always learning different storylines and being able to articulate it. It's almost, as a sports broadcaster, it's a thankless job. If you mess up, you're going to hear about it. If you don't mess up, you're not really going to hear about it. So that's kind of like, that's the only thing with it, like making sure that you are up to date in terms of your knowledge, and staying, working hard. That's probably the biggest challenge. Well,
thank you for being here today, Mike. It was a pleasure having you. Is there anything that you'd want to plug? Just where can people find you?
SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Welcome back. We'd like to give a big thank you to you, Mike Zapita, for taking the time to join us. It was truly inspiring to connect with someone who started where we are now. We wish him the best and hope to cross paths again in the future.
After this break, we'll have score updates for Saddleback College teams, followed by a penalty contest. Yep.
I'm planning on graduating with an Associate's in Science and Electronics. My favorite thing about Saddleback is the technology offered in the classes. If anyone was considering attending, I would highly recommend it. The campus is beautiful. It's in a great location. The teachers are amazing. The programs are second to none. After I graduate from Saddleback College, it will further enhance my career and open up other opportunities for job promotion. Saddleback College was the right college for me.
The creative arts are around us in so many capacities, whether it's shows that we watch or visual art that we enjoy.
You are going to be working at what you're pursuing every class.
Learn more about the School of Arts, Media, Performance, and Design at saddleback.edu.
Welcome back. Now, let's take a look at some updates from our Saddleback sports teams. Here's Nick with the latest. Off to you.
The women's beach volleyball team finished its regular season with wins over Riverside and Irvine Valley, helping them secure second place in the Orange Empire Conference. This momentum got carried over to the conference pair tournament, where Corey Wilcoxon and Kayla Ostavar advanced to the quarterfinal and secured a spot in the regionals. They'll be joined by teammates Meg Gardner and Keelan Lopez, who fought through consolation bracket to get to the last spot in the regionals. These four are now headed to the California Community College Athletic Association regional tournament at El Camino College. Good luck to them, and we hope for the best. Since the last time we checked on the women's flag football team, they've hit a tough stretch after a very strong season. They fell to Ventura on the road, lost to Irvine at Cypress, and were ultimately eliminated in the Orange Empire Conference semifinals by Cypress. A difficult end to the season, but strong overall performance. We want to congratulate the team and look forward to the next season. Our men's baseball team has started off strong in the 3C 2A Southern California Regional Tournament with a 7-2 victory over Cerritos. That win marked the 400th career victory for Summer McCartney as the coach. We congratulate you. What an outstanding achievement. However, on Sunday, our Bobcats would fall short in a tight battle against the College of the Desert with a score of 7-6, but ultimately bounced back later with a win against Cerritos, 4-0. Back to Pablo.
Now that we covered what's going on across our teams, it's time for our final sports competition, a penalty shootout. Today is the day we finally answer the question of who is the superior athlete between Nick and I. The score is tied 1-1, and this contest will decide it all, just like a real match. Roll it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment you have been waiting for, the one that's been anticipated since the last episode, the penalty kick shots. Pablo and I are going to alternate as goalies, and it is a best of 5, so whoever gets to 3 goals and whoever misses 3 will become the winner. Let's get this started. Stop moonwalking, bro. All right. I'll start first. Dang, that was close. No way. He had it.
He had it and then lost it and it went in.
Wow. Okay then.
Game over. This has been the Bobcat Sports Network. I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Wow. Oh man, I don't know how I did it, but I ended up winning this series, man. It's wow. But hey, I guess it was a pleasure playing with you. All jokes aside, all the trash talking, it was really fun.
Whatever. Yeah. You're just lucky we didn't compete in golf because my driving swing is insane.
All right, we're gonna go to break. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. The Champions League final is just weeks away, and the semifinals are delivering. PSG and Bayern Munich are battling it out tomorrow at the Allianz Arena in Germany. The first leg in PSG's Parc des Princes arena was unforgettable as PSG pulled off a comeback and Bayern nearly answered right back. The game ended in a 5-4 score with the defending champions PSG taking a 1-goal advantage into the second leg.
On the other side of the bracket, Atletico Madrid and Arsenal drew 1-1 in the Riyadh Air Metropolitano Stadium in Madrid. Of course, they both scored in penalties, and I don't think anyone was surprised with that. As many predicted, this was going to be a boring match of football. They're currently playing right now at the Emirates Stadium in London, which I'm receiving word right now that Arsenal won that game 1-0 and took the final spot in the finals.
While the club seasons are slowly coming to an end, the international stage is beginning to heat right up as the World Cup is right around the corner.
Looking ahead, a few teams stand out. France looks as strong as ever, with Didier Deschamps aiming to take them to a third straight finals before stepping down. Spain is also looking dangerous with a new generation of youngsters. Portugal, led by Cristiano Ronaldo, and once again, Lionel Messi, aiming to be the first repeat champion since 1962. And unfortunately, that leaves us to the end of the final episode. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to our edition of the Bobcat Sports Network. Thank you for everything. We will see you next
Whenever.
Enjoy the rest of your summer.